The breakdown you're about to watch is brought to you by We Want Picks Premium Membership. Premium membership gets you all sorts of exclusive content, early bets, fantasy tools, and betting guides. Check it out now, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. Get ahead of these betting lines and get access to all of the tools now with an optimizer. We have a DraftKings optimizer available to you at the same low price of $10 a month. That's $2.50 a week. You get all of our bets early, all of our fantasy content early. You get betting tools and now a DraftKings optimizer, DraftKings ownership, and everything you need to build now up to 150 lineups with just a few clicks. WeWantPicks.com at the top. Click Become a Member. It is only $10 a month. All right, $10 a month. You have one good week. You pay for the whole year. WeWantPicks.com at the top. Click Become a Member. And as always, if you want $50, all you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our betting partners. Make a deposit, and I will send you $50 as a thank you. That's WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit. I'll send you $50. Next up at UFC 279, we have the people's main event. We have Irene Aldana taking on Macy Chiasson. Irene Aldana is 13-6 overall, 3-2 in her last 5, and she is coming off that TKO win over Yana Kunitskaya. Macy Chiasson is 8-2 overall, 3-2 in her last 5, and she's coming off that split decision win over Norma Dumont. And Irene Aldana is a very technical boxer. She's got legit power. She sets a nice pace, and she's able to keep a fight standing with her 84% takedown defense. But her most recent loss is to Holly Holm. And if you remember, Holly Holm was a former professional boxer. And Holly Holm respected Irene's striking so much that she went straight to grappling. So Holly Holm, former professional boxer, was like, I'm not going to strike with Aldana. I'm going to grapple. She ended up taking her down 5 times. Her most recent win was that impressive TKO over Yana Kunitskaya in the first round. And while she's usually the better striker in a matchup, she does have a negative striking differential and can be pieced up by some of the more technical strikers like Jacob's favorite, Caitlin Chikagian. Macy Chiasson is tall, long, and she uses that length really well to jab you up and work her Muay Thai striking. She has a positive striking differential and okay power. If you get past her length, you can have some success staying in her face, but when she can keep distance, she's very good and she can be technical. She's added grappling to her game plan, which is entirely a new wrinkle. She took down Norma Dumont 6 times in that win, and Raquel Pennington submitted her, but she's the one who got that takedown. And Raquel Pennington is not somebody that you just take down, no problem. On the surface, I completely understand why Irene Aldana is the favorite. I just don't necessarily agree with it, especially not at these, almost 2-1 odds that we're seeing. Macy can beat Irene the exact same way that Holly Holm did. Manage the distance, then work in the takedowns. Irene has raw power, but Macy is really good at staying away because even though she's a technical striker, she doesn't really want to be striking. So she stays at the end of those punches. And, we've seen how comfortable she is grappling, so I have to imagine she's going to grapple. Why would you not grapple Irene when you just saw her last loss? That's what happened. So I have a small, it's not a full unit, I have a small money line bet on Macy Chiasson. It breaks all the bet women MMA rules. I got it at plus 178. And if you're a premium member, you saw that when I put that up there at plus 178. It is now plus 160. So some money's coming in, and that line is moving a bit. So I probably got it at its peak, frankly, and I'm happy about that. What do you think, Jacob? I know you disagree with me, but what do you think of the bet?
Yeah, you should have. You should have probably. Yeah, it's at plus 150 now. What'd you get at? Plus 170 something. So at least you got good value on it. It would have been better to donate that to charity, maybe, Angelo. Maybe a soup kitchen or something. Maybe a charity that the chat chooses, something like that. Maybe we can do that next week with your bet, because I just don't see the path. I see the path to victory, and we discussed this before. Obviously, if Macy is able to get the takedowns, she can win this fight. The question is, can she get the takedowns? And she's not getting takedowns against my girl Aldana, I tell you that. I loved Aldana in the last fight, her last fight versus Yana. Because in that fight, Yana absolutely blitzed her. And I mean absolutely blitzed her, got in her face, was trying to grapple with her, was all over her. And Aldana was just like cool, calm, collected. I loved her demeanor, just kind of stepping in, get the underhook, shrugging her off, letting her do her thing. And then all of a sudden, wham! With that little check left hook, sat her down and did her thing after that. I love Aldana in this matchup. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be very fast-paced. I think Macy, with her length, and she is pretty good at using her length in the striking, I think it's going to be a lot of just tit for tat. It's going to be probably a lot of Aldana's going to need to have a lot of forward pressure because you got to kind of close that distance. Otherwise, she's going to do. I hate that you mentioned. I hate that I'm about to say her name, but Caitlin Chukagian thing of Macy of just staying and just jab and then boom, 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 and boring, and she might even be able to win the fight like that. But if you're Aldana, you can't be really worried too much about the power of Macy. I don't think she's a super powerful person. No. I think you get inside and you try to make this a little bit dirty, a little bit ugly, and my girl Aldana's going to land a punch that sits her ass down. I love Aldana and the way that she strikes and her demeanor in the octagon as well. I think that she's going to find that shot versus Macy, hurt her. Because you watch that Macy fight versus Norma Dumont. Was grappling, dominating the first, dominating the second. The second, Norma Dumont said, screw it, I'm going to throw big and I'm going to throw heavy. Landed one shot on Macy, and Macy took that shot and was like, oh shit, and just started diving at legs out of desperation. She does not like to get hit and does not like to get hit versus very powerful women, and Aldana is that next level power in this division. So she's going to land that shot, Macy's going to panic, and Aldana's going to be there to capitalize. I love Aldana in this matchup. I love Aldana too. If you're watching Aldana, hey, how you doing?
My problem with your breakdown is Aldana has one path to victory, just a big punch. Macy, you mentioned, can Caitlin Chukagian in her. Macy can the boxer. Jesus Christ, I just said her freaking name.
Holly Holm.
Can Holly Homer. So Macy can win this fight striking on the outside. Macy can win with the grappling. Irene can land a big punch. That's it. Irene's not going to win a technical striking match. She can't win a grappling match.
I think she can. I think there's an outside chance. When I said that, I don't think it's a high possibility. I think there is an outside chance that Macy can dance around and poke her out or whatever. But I think Aldana's going to push the pressure, get inside, get in her face, and she's going to try to force those shots out of Macy, and she's either going to get them or she isn't. And if she doesn't get them, she's in a world of hurt. First, my girl Aldana. How you doing, Aldana? Hey,
I like Irene Aldana, and she does have very real power. It
doesn't sound like it. If I'm Aldana watching this, I think it's very clear who likes her and who doesn't.
But I'm just liking Macy's new grappling, and so I'm gonna go with it. Enough. I didn't do a full unit, just a little tiny bit. And like I said, I think I got that at the Pinnacle. And if you were a premium member, you saw that bet. And you know, the best part about our bets, Jacob, they're our bets. What a lot of other people do, there's people out there paying $50 a month for a premium membership. And this isn't literally. And it's like, oh, access to all our bets. And then it's just a list of random spam bets, like 20 random bets, no logic.
Couldn't be me.
Doesn't make sense.
They're not doing I'd put up with that. No way.
Like what is interesting about our bets is sometimes you and I are heads up. We were straight up.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to clone myself just so I could sign up twice as a premium member because I love our value that much.
I could just take the $10 out of your pay. You want to do that?
I mean, imagine two of me. We don't need you if there's two of me. Imagine me on this podcast. Holy shit.
What if you never talk about a fight? It would be a disaster. I'm the only thing that keeps
Aldana.
This on
Imagine
track.
Two of us, Aldana. Imagine a threesome. Two of me and one of you, Aldana.
Okay. Well, quite the lesbian pretzel. Anyway, WeWantPicks.com. Become a premium member. DraftKings, $8,800, $7,400. Listen, I totally get the value. $8,800, and you think she hits that hard? 100%. You should do it. 100%.
Oh, yeah, she's in mine, yeah.
I bet.
Let me double check.
I like the $7,400
well, she's not
value.
mine in our league, but she is in a couple entries. I started dabbling in the multi-entry a little bit. Using the optimizer
I was going to say, that's literally what. No joke, though. That is what the optimizer is for. Build yourself 150 lineups.
Anthony gets it. Just signed up as a premium member. Salute you guys. Always putting in work with one of these.
I see it right here on my phone.
Nobody works harder. Look how hard I'm working with these pit stains.
Your deodorant's definitely not working hard enough. 76 to 61. I think it's probably a more, although Irene may have a hard time getting to that 76 if I'm right. Obviously, if I'm wrong, but it might be a less more actually, because Irene can land that big punch. Irene could have a hard time getting past the reach, and Macy will just touch all day. You think it's less because you're just a 2-second knockout?
If Aldana's landed 76 shots, that's not good for Macy's face. It will never be the same.
Yeah, it's probably less on Irene for sure. Maybe more on Macy. WeOnPicks.com/MKF if you want to give it a try.